I have no idea how I'm gonna start this video because what I have just witnessed, at least last night, it's just I can't put it into words. Like I have no notes, no script or anything that I usually have for my normal reviews. It's just a normal review without any notes or guidelines really. So if you want to know what I'm talking about, last night I watched the Whinnie the Pooh horror movie, Blood and Honey. And wow. Wow, wow, wow. Now, going into this, I expected this movie to be awful. At least a fun, awful bad. And unfortunately, this movie is not that at all. There's a couple of praises that I can give this movie at least. A couple. But apart from that, this movie is just everything that you expect from a movie like this. So if you want to know the plot of this movie, so Christopher Robin finds Winnie the Pooh and his friends in the woods, and he grows up and leaves to do normal grown-up things. And Winnie the Pooh and his friends are feeling lonely and they're starved, they're getting malnourished and everything. So they decide to eat Eeyore. Already this is turning super dark. And after that they vow never to do anything a human does again. They determine to kill any human that steps on their property. They promise never to talk again. And they go on a bloody rampage. And that is the plot of this movie. Now, judging by that plot, you could tell that this movie is not going to be no Citizen Kane. Even from the poster. Look at the poster. It was so cheap. It is a straight-to-DVD / a horror movie. It's ridiculous. And for some reason, this was released in cinemas. And it's made a good profit. It had a budget of $100,000. And it's made over $4 million. So the directors and actors and producers are really rolling around in the money now. The thing is, this movie is really bad because one, you can't see a damn thing. The lighting in this movie is atrocious. There is one good kill, which comes out of nowhere, and that's the only decently lit kill in the whole movie. Everything else, they put this really dark colour palette on it. There's hardly any lights apart from fire and a little bit of light from light bulbs. That is it. I had to turn my brightness on the computer to the max, and I still couldn't properly see anything. And also, like with any generic horror movie, you got to have some forgettable characters that you don't find interesting or like. The main character apparently had a stalker. Some guy broke into her house and tried to rape her, which, could be a good little fear going into the movie. Maybe she could face her fears and stand up to Winnie the Pooh. It's nothing great, but it's something. But no, it goes the way that you expect, really. There's also this lesbian couple which have a quick conflict for one scene. One of the girls puts like roses and stuff all over the bed, and the woman says, maybe we're not ready yet. And then that's the conflict gone. So what was the need for that? Just a runtime extender, that's it pretty much. And the thing is, this movie has a lot of that, a lot of runtime extenders. That scene, there's a scene where a character goes into a petrol station, gets a jump scare and then leaves. Adds nothing to the story at all. It's just there to pad this movie out to feature length. But of course, this is a bad horror movie, so are the kills at least entertaining? A couple of them, yes. I mentioned one scene where one woman is getting run over by a car, and that was the best one in the movie. But even the ones where they try and be cool, they're undermined by some stupid actions. I don't want to get too spoilery, but there's one scene where someone is in a pool and Piglet is got a mallet and he's trying to whack her. He's coming towards her in the pool and she's running away. But before that, he tries hooking her with a chain and dragging her over to the side, and she moves towards it. Like, what are you doing? You're just giving him time to kill you. It's just so dumb. And also the costumes in this are awful. Now, I would probably be okay with these masks if they said something like, oh, it's just people, honouring Winnie the Pooh or something like that. That may have just toned down the ridiculousness and dumbness of this film. But no, it is actually the Winnie the Pooh and Piglet. Like, the actual animals, the hybrids. And there's so many times where you can see under the mask, you can see the guy's chin. You can easily see his normal eyes sometimes. and it just takes you out the movie so much. And Winnie the Pooh in this is so overpowered. Like, just a normal slap in the face is enough to wipe your cheek skin off. Like, clean off. I'm like, you never established this. I know he's got bear claws, but come on, like, bears don't really do that. And of course, because it's cheap, they use the most stock sound effects ever. You know, when Piglet does like this little noise, it's the most stock pig screaming effect you've ever heard. You've heard it in every single damn movie with a pig. Stock music as well, you know, stock generic horror music. It's just exactly what you expect, just cheap and lazy. But you know what the most laughable thing about this movie is? It says at the end of the credits, Winnie the Pooh will return. And I decided to go on Letterboxd after this. And down at the bottom it said related movies, Winnie the Pooh 2. They are actually doing a sequel to this. And the thing is, the movie leaves on a bit of a cliffhanger. But man, this is getting a sequel just blows my mind. Honestly, I'm half expecting bloody Bambi to show up in the next one. The wonders of the public domain, honestly. But I did say that this movie does have a couple of small praises. I think the main one really is the practical effects. There is some actual good gore effects in this. One scene especially looked really good. And there was another scene where I did have to look away a little bit because the blood did actually look kind of real. So I will give the movie praise for that. But sometimes with gore effects, it's just CGI blood. It's clearly CGI blood. And it just looks so bad. To be honest, I was actually quite looking forward to this film a little bit, just to see if it was really bad but funny. And unfortunately, it's not. I wouldn't really suggest watching this movie at all. If you do, and you really do have to watch it with some friends. Get a load of treats, load of alcohol. Honestly, get some alcohol. Because I just wanted the drink just to wipe away the pain of seeing this movie. And just watch it, laugh at it. You'll probably like it more than me as a fun bad movie. But for me, apart from the practical gore effects, which was the only minor positive of this movie, there is nothing so bad it's good about this film. And Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey is just going to get a clear 1 out of 10 for me. It's not the worst movie I've ever seen, but it's probably one of the worst slashers I've ever seen. I just don't get why people would actually see this in the cinema. Now, I get why, because they just want to laugh at it. Like, who going into this thought that this was going to be a fantastic movie? No one. They just went in there to laugh at it, which I can respect to a degree. But for me, I'm glad I didn't go to watch it in the cinemas. And guys, that is it for the end of this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Please, let me know what you thought of Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey in the comments. Honestly, did you find it fun bad? Did you find it just bad and boring? Let me know. I'd really love to hear your thoughts. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. My next video will probably be on the new Dungeons and Dragons movie. I'm really not looking forward to it, but I have heard some good stuff about it, so we'll see what happens. But again, hope you all enjoyed this video. Have a good day. See you later.